What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. So in today's video we're going to discuss the €200 that I deposited last Friday and discuss what I'm after investing in with that €200. Our overall account is currently worth about €4,238. We're currently up about €50 or 1.17%. Out of that €200 we have invested across 7 different companies and which are in different pies, just to help kind of take advantage of the volatility in the markets at the moment, and investing in some of my stocks that are in the red to help improve my dollar cost averaging, which is definitely key as a long-term investor. So just to go through each of my 12 pies, firstly we invested a further €50 into the communication services pie, which brings us up to about 1% in the green. I put €25 into Walt Disney, and I also put a further €25 into AT&T. We are currently down 1.23% on Walt Disney and 1.4% on AT&T, so those €25 invested into each of these helped improve the dollar cost averaging a little bit. And by continually making investments into the market when there is slight dips, really does make the difference in the long term as an investor. Next up we have my communication discretionary pie. I invested a further €25 in here, into McDonalds, which is currently now down 1.14%. It was down a bit more earlier before I invested into this company. So again, it is vital, even though it is only €25, just to keep tipping away at your investments when they do go into the red. There was no adjustments made to my consumer staples pie, as all 3 companies are in the green. We are currently up just over 1.5%, and Coca-Cola is up 1%, PepsiCo is up 2.5%, and P&G is currently up 1.28%. My next pie is in the energy sector. We are currently up nearly 3%. Now I've noticed over the past few weeks in particular, there's been a lot of volatility in the energy sector. For example, some days I'm up 5%, other days I'm down 5%. So as we're currently up about 3% at the moment on ExxonMobil and Chevron, I'm going to hold off investing here until it dips yet again. The next pie that I have invested a further €50 in today is the ETF pie. As the Vanguard S&P 500 is currently up about 2.76%, we didn't invest here. But however, because the UK market is currently closed and will be open at about 8 GMT tomorrow morning, I put a further €50 into the Vanguard FTSE 100, which will start to get my UK investing underway. And again, this won't come into effect until the morning when the €50 will be deposited in here. The reason I'm investing in the FTSE 100 is first of all to help improve my diversification, as the majority of my stocks are currently in the US, and secondly because the UK is currently having a lot of economic problems, and with the talks of a further second lockdown, this will really drive the prices down, especially such ETFs as the FTSE 100, so I'm trying to take advantage of this. The financial sector is up next, and we invested a further €50 in here, and the 2 companies that we invested in was Visa. We put €25 in here, and we put 25 into Mastercard, as both are down a considerable amount. Mastercard is currently down, after putting in the investment, about 8.37%, and Visa is down just under 4%. JP Morgan Chase is currently up 5.77%, so we're fine there. Bank of America is up 2.35%, so happy with that. And Goldman Sachs is currently down just under 2% at the moment, so it doesn't really hit my 5% threshold yet to start investing further to improve my dollar cost averaging, but I'll definitely keep a close eye. The financial sector is slowly starting to build up as well here at this pie. As you can see, we currently have about €640 invested, which is about $700, so I'm kind of happy with the way the pies are starting to build up. The next pie that I've invested in is the healthcare sector. I invested €25 into J&J, which is currently now down about 2.7%. My other 2 positions in the healthcare pie are in the green, with AbbVie up 5.31% and Pfizer up 0.26%. In terms of my industrial sector, we are currently up about 5.5%, so no investments were put in here today. 3M is currently up just over 2%, and Caterpillar is up an impressive 13.5%. We have my materials sector pie, which currently has Barrick Gold, which is up about 0.5%. Again, this is another company that is quite volatile over the last few weeks, so as it's in the green at the moment, we're going to leave it, but I'll definitely be keeping a close eye for when it drops into the red to help improve my dollar cost averaging and further investing. Another company that I've noticed is quite volatile over the last few weeks is Realty Income in my real estate pie. We are now currently up over 1.5%. But again, the last few weeks has gone down as far as 6% in the red and up as much as 6% in the green. So I'll just wait until it dips into the red again to help improve my dollar cost averaging here also. Next up is my tech pie. This is currently my largest position with over €1,000 invested. My 4 positions, 3 of these have gone into the red, albeit tiny amounts, currently 2 at the moment. So Microsoft is currently down 0.41%, Amazon is down 0.78%, Apple is currently now again down 0.02%. So these 3 companies here, they were up a bit over the last few weeks, but because they're only down a tiny amount, like for example, it's only down about €1, this is down €2, and that's pretty much break even at the moment. So I'm not too worried there at all. So I'll be leaving them until they drop further into the red, and if they do, I will further invest. Alphabet Class A then is currently up nearly 14%, so that's kind of keeping this pie afloat overall. And my final pie, which is the utility pie, is currently up about 1% in the form of waste management. So again, there was nothing done here. So that's kind of what's happened today in terms of my investing. You can see that a lot of my pies are in the green at the moment, the vast majority of them. We are currently now up about €60 or 1.4%. I invested €200 across about 4 or 5 different sectors and into 7 companies. So I'm quite happy in terms of, firstly, diversifying out my investments, and second of all, picking up better dollar cost averaging in all of these companies. So with all that being said, that brings me into today's quick video. I just wanted to give a brief update on what I was doing with that €200. If you found this video anyway useful or helpful, it'd be great if you would consider smashing that like button. And if you're new around here, please consider subscribing to this channel, as it would really help me out in the long term. Also, if you have any suggestions on companies that I should add into these pies that I've mentioned in today's video, or companies you think I should omit, please comment below for your reasons behind this, and I'll be sure to get back to you. Thanks very much guys, have a good evening, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.